Hey everyone, I wanted to share something with you that hopefully helps you shift and realize something that clicked for me last week, actually over the weekend. So if you've been in my world, you know that I was preparing 2 weeks ago. I had this full download of a new offer for like a mini offer that I wanted to invite people in because I realized how effortlessly I attracted 30 guests into my newly relaunched podcast, and it was like 30 days, 30 people on my calendar. Within like 1 or 2 posts, there was yeses, there was collaborations, new opportunities and clients coming out of this clarity for me to launch the podcast. And then I said, oh, this is too good to like not share and also make a mini offer out of it, because I wanted you to also see the process and how this effortless flow actually happened. And then Magnetize Masses was born, and I created this whole funnel and the sales page and the Telegram space within a day, because manifesting generator just do that, right? And it felt all beautiful and wonderful, and I was all go. And then something interesting happened. Life got louder, and a lot of things happened that slowed me down and that slowed the process down of me being all in on social media to promoting this. And at first I was like, okay, people are not jumping in because it's an audio experience. Then I got feedback. I got that email, a couple actually, that said, love the message, the content, and that's exactly what I need, but I don't love those audio spaces. And so here I am thinking service first, and of course I can simply switch the format so that everyone gets to consume this in the format that they need. So then I went and announced, alrighty, Magnetize Masses now is going to be a 5-day masterclass series, or whatever I called it, and did that. And on that very same day, guess what happened? I was going to go live on that very same day. I think 4 hours later or 5 hours later. That was, I posted it here, I announced it here, and then my son, who had already been like sick for some time, he got worse by the minute. And there was no way. We actually had to go to the hospital and get him fixed and really taken care of. And so I was just like, from 1 minute CEO of my business, dropping the ball here, switching over into mom mode, because obviously that was the priority. That was what was needed. And mind you, I mean, inside of me, I was like feeling that pressure of, oh my gosh, you just announced a live series that is starting today. You have it already scheduled and scheduled on YouTube. So there are people on your email list already saying, oh, I come and see you live. And then I felt there's just no way I can deliver that live, because I will not be in my highest frequency. I will probably be, and that was what happened, I will be cuddling up in bed with my son, just making sure that he's okay. And then 1 day later, I just decided, all right, breathe, surrender. This is mama mode full on. I'm not a brain surgeon. All I have really a valuable message for you, and this is content that I'm excited about, and I will share it with you. But last week it was just not the timing. But now here comes the thing. I surrendered. I announced it. I said, okay, sorry if you were like waiting there. And I know some people, I saw people subscribing to my channel, and because of that email that I sent out, and I do again apologize if you were there waiting for me. But now here's the thing. Over the weekend, after I now am finally happy to see my son recover, I've took some time. There was some downtime. I also, felt really, really exhausted. That week was full on. And so I actually went a step further and canceled quite a few other, actually 4 meetings that I had on my calendar as well. I canceled, and I was trusting. I just trusted that these people who I was going to meet have an understanding and receive me, knowing that if I make that call to cancel or reschedule something because I'm not in my highest self, they will get it and they will have compassion and empathy for me. And all 4 of them reacted in that way that I expected it. They said, of course, take care of yourself, take care of your, life right now. There's always divine timing. And that leads me to what this means for Magnetize Masses, because it is also then something that happened for this program. I then understood, okay, something in me needed to shift as well so that I can deliver that in the most perfect way. And that is a new download, a new thing that was still missing, just came through me this morning, because I did over the weekend, today's Sunday here, Friday, Saturday morning, this morning, 3 days in a row, I was getting up at my favorite hour, 4:44, and I did my meditation practice, and I did my me mornings, and then this morning, full-blown download came through me, and I said, oh my gosh, I would have missed that. I would have not been able to deliver that if I had run that live series, that 5-day live series last week. And so I was so grateful and so happy, and I said, okay, this is why you needed to slow down. And it's an important message for you, because sometimes we think we're acting on timelines, but there's no time for us to actually sit still. But if you do that, and if you allow yourself the space and the time and really sit down and is it all, do I have all the information? Do I have all my my content together? And sometimes you do need to pause, and sometimes life forces you. And my soul knew that. Last week I was just like, okay, I was a bit stressed, and I said, oh my gosh, but I was so excited, I wanted to deliver this. But then suddenly I said, maybe there's more to this. Maybe there's not only my son is sick, but also there's something missing, and there's the peace. So I'm excited to let you know that this is coming, and there's an additional essence to the content that is already there and ready for me to film. But that piece is going to make you have the biggest breakthrough, the biggest shifts, and the most meaningful experience. So this being said, I will record this today. I'm not going to do it live because this is already also a factor that I just felt, okay, who cares? I will do this at the best energy level ever, and then you have something that you can chew on. Okay? And why I'm sharing this, not only because I'm excited about it, but I think if you do sit and look and consider, where in your business have you pushed through, or you only did something because, or you only met a person because they are on your calendar, but it didn't feel right, it wasn't the right moment. How often do we do that? And how, like, I'm inviting you to try this out and really tune in and say, people do understand, and there's always a divine timing. And when you honor this, and when you trust yourself and follow that intuition, that nudge, and you say, I do really want to meet that person, but it's just not today, then so much more can unfold, and you can be so much better in that moment when it's the right time. I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments what's landing and how you feel about this message, and stay tuned, because Magnetize Masses is still coming, and I'll let you know when. Lots of love.